Welcome back. It's been a pleasure waiting for tutorial 8, but hey, better late than never, I guess. Today we'll be going over two things. First is making a scene from scratch. Like, just making the file, getting it prepared. So, this is my HackJam 4 project, right? I don't want to spoil anything, so I'll probably blur out the name. But yeah, what you're going to want to do is go here, find the script you want. Let's just say guild for now. So let's say we want to build a scene in this one. Double click this, add acting scene, whatever. I'm not going to do this because I don't want to add bloat to my hack, but let's pretend I did. It would show up here under acting. Enter is the overworld, which I've gone over already. Acting is a cutscene, and sub, well, I'll cover those at a later date, I guess. But they're not too bad. They're like mini overworlds for actors only. The second thing I wanted to do today is something... It's... Okay, now I need to warn you, this is really scary, okay? This is not for the faint of heart. Unionall. If you don't know what Unionall is, it's... yeah, it's kind of a mess. But there's like 3 or 4 commands you really need to know. First, get out scenario dungeon. This is where the game sends you if you complete a dungeon. See this case? You see this switch statement? Have case and then your dungeon ID. I'll probably need to blur these 3 out, but yeah, you get the idea. Dungeon ID this is completed, jump to scene 2. If dungeon ID this or this is completed, jump to scene 4 and 5, and so on. You get the idea, right? If you scroll down here, find if variation and whatnot. I have this huge dungeon lost script that just says lol you're bad and then sends you right back into a dungeon the one you came out of. This huge thing won't be here for you. It'll just be this, all this. So just add case, your dungeon ID, whatever. Send them back in, play a cutscene, whatever. Next, event divide resume. I went over this in another tutorial. I hated my explanation for it, so I'm gonna do it again here. This is how the game handles saving. If case 211 or anything else that isn't listed here, like 0, it just defaults sending you here. And that's if main bit flag 7 is set to true. As a heads up, don't ever mess with main bit flag 6, 7, or 8. Those are all saving. And don't mess with talk bit flag 1, since that resets after dungeons. So yeah, these are all, I believe, dungeons. For the most part, you don't need to deal with these. You just need to add your map. And surprisingly, this compiles. So you can just have case and then your level name, and it just works. Now down here is the fun part. Compulsory save point. If 8 is set to true, it'll check the game mode. If the game mode is not 3, then it'll send you down here. There's one thing I recommend you do, and that is delete all of this, except the default, if you're not using base game. If you're making your own completely different hack and not borrowing from base game at all, get rid. But if you are, it doesn't hurt to have. You'll just need to edit it once you get down there. And of course, keep these. They're fail-saves. If you ever get sent to label 190, which is right here, if you ever get sent right there, then you done goofed. You're gonna need to either change main bit flag 8 to 1 or 7 to 1. Never have both at 1. Otherwise, you'll just go through 7 and you'll probably lose progress. Now, the last thing I wanted to cover, M00A_01. This right here, this is the personality quiz. Don't want a quiz in your hack? Boom. But I was stupid and didn't know about that at the time I made it. So this is it. This is where I start. I initialize the main team. I set it up so that the team is only hero and partner. And yeah, the rest of this is a debug menu. If debug, and then it closes. And if not debug, just jump to scene 1, which is right here. Chapter screen, scene 1, and so on. I just don't have breaks in here so that it just goes from one to the next to the next to the next. This is one reason why you don't want breaks every single time. Debug menus are fun to make, but you need to start early. So I'm sure that if you just look at this and you've seen my other tutorials, you can logic it all out. You can see that this is a menu that I can just press B on, and if I do, it just sends me to scene 1. But yeah, this is just one big case menu, and it will not trigger if I turn off debug mode. Now this thing will never be true. Now it is true and it'll send me to the menu. And you get it. I wanted to call that scene from before, which was this one. I would just add a case menu. Case menu tutorial, then add this. And the level itself is G01P01B. That's not what I meant to click on. G01P01B. Go back. Level G01P01B. And it is M01A0104. M01A0104. And they all need zeros for reasons. I forgot. Always add message close here. Always, always, always. No exception. If you do not do this, then the text box showing this right here, can't select it, but you can see it. This right here will stay on screen until when the text box closes it. And just having one here doesn't hurt the not debug path, but just in case, I put labels after the message close, as you can see. Dungeons don't need it. They close automatically when entering dungeons. So now I'm gonna fire it up and hope I don't spoil anything. So I've got tutorial and all the scenes. I need to blur the rest of that. I'm so stupid. We have the tutorial here. If we click on it, mute that for the love of God. And I need to blur that too. Hooray! This is why I don't use my own hacks. But yeah, that's the gist of Unionall. That's how you set up a hack and how you rig it. This one was previously made because I don't want to bother with making another one. And yeah, pretty sure that's everything I wanted to cover. Till next time, y'all. Next time will probably be subscripts, and I can't really think of anything else. So let me know down in the comments that you want me to cover. And no, I'm not doing text to SMD. That thing, I don't know how to use it. But from what I've heard, it's hell. Well, I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.